It's week 8 of the 2041 season, and we've got the Dragons' leader at quarterback. He's fourth in the NFL in passing touchdowns this season. This should be a good one to watch, and it's coming up next.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen here in the booth. Greg, we've been around for a minute, as the kids like to say. I called your games. There are guys who you played with back in your day who are now the veteran players in the league, and we got a couple of veterans here at quarterback. What a difference it makes for a team when they come in with a guy who knows what he's doing back at quarterback.
Oh, and it really does. And remember, Mike, the only way to gain experience is to gain experience. There's no magic formula. You got to be in the fire, make mistakes, make great plays, learning lessons. The more you see, the better you get. And
all right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
there wasn't really anything fancy about their performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, I thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of...
Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
We can feel this crowd all the way up here in the press box, Mike. I mean, one play in, one sack later, and this crowd is rocking.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this first down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the first down marker, sets up fourth down.
The Caps ready to send this one away. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Take a look here at those receiving numbers from his game a week ago. Here's 2nd and 6. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Throw on the run is complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They send the tight end in motion. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They bring a tight end in motion left. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Dragons. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Dragons will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This field end at about the 9. Oh, yeah. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Caps offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Not much there, maybe a yard. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun. He'll throw. Little short pass here. Caught by his tight end.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive and keep your offense on the field.
And a pretty good punt there. Fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The Dragons offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. He's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, hasn't he? You get a look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Caps offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. He's going to run it. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. 2nd and a yard. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
Just a little too much east and west there for my liking. I understand what they're trying to do, getting the ball out on the perimeter, but on these early downs, plant your foot and get downhill. Great job by the defense stringing it out. And
the pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
the best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
And that one doinks off the upright and in. Fortunate break, but the kick is good. And the Caps are on the board. It's 7-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Dragons offense ready for this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's a run going left. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here. They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
He'll try to run for it, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Well, just one of those plays. There's just nowhere to go with the ball. He decides to try to make a run for it and extend the play. But unfortunately, the defense had him accounted for as well. Gets what he can, gives himself up, brings up 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Caps are back within 1. It's 7-6.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Dragons offense ready to see what they can do. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the first quarter.
Now they'll set up to throw. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. 3rd and 6. Tight end going in motion here. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's a tight, hard-hitting game early on. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Putting the tight end in motion. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick throw, taken in. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. They send the tight end in motion. They'll look to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he's going to be taken down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6. I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver.
And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Dragons. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Caps offense about ready to take over once more. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The pressure too much, and he goes down.
as this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Back to throw. He'll go right and find his running back.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Dragons' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these 2 guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Caps offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession, and they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start first and 10. Now a handoff, running right. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's second and 10. We'll try the right side this time. And he's going to take this up to the 17-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
What a great job in this game by the defensive coordinator, continuing to put his players in position to succeed. And boy, have they taken advantage of it. But on the other side, they got to do something different. They got to bring in some extra blockers. They got to change up and go max protection. They have to give their quarterback a little bit of time, or else they've got no shot.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put 2 guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain. And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a first and 10. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll air it out down the middle. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now a toss play, running left. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. Greg and I continue in just a moment. 3rd down, 3 to go. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Here's the punter now, as he is on to kick it away. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls in.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. Now a give up the middle. Now a 2nd timeout called by the defense. The Dragons punt team unit comes out. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The visitors' offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this 1st half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. One final throw before the break. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this first half.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start across the Atlantic in London, England, where you see the final score there. The Blues' hot start continues as they run their mark to 6-1 with the victory there. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And as you see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. The Golden Eagles don't want to fall into a deep hole this early, so a good win there ups their record to 3-4. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out.
Pretty interesting
to Mike
first
and
half.
Greg.
We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Up the middle they go. Finding room across midfield. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
And he's going to lose yardage on this play. They knock him back to the midfield stripe.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and That play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
That's incomplete. Daring call on fourth down. Does not work out, and it results in a turnover on downs. The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up third and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional. Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short game.
The Caps ready to send this one away as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
This one complete to Jordan. They get 16 on that connection. That's enough for a 1st down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Now they'll set up to throw. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's 3rd and 7. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. The pressure gets home, he's lost the football. The defense has got it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
The Caps offense headed back to take over once more. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. Now give on the ground. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
So on 4th down, they'll call out the field goal unit. This, about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Caps are back within 5. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Dragons offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. You have a tight end motioning left here. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He'll look to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. Back to throw. That's to the right side and incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. They'll look to throw again. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Back to the air one more time. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So, the decision has been made, and they will send the field goal unit out. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Dragons will extend their 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Caps offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So these teams trade field goals in the 3rd as we come to the end of the quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. A run now on 2nd down. They need one right now. 3rd and long. Throwing now from the gun. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
So the 2 components to a scramble drill, Mike, is the quarterback has to buy time with his legs, and then all of the receivers need to second reaction and come open downfield late. And he bought time, but nobody was able to separate, and there's nowhere to go with the ball.
We're about ready now for the punt. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. The Dragons offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball. And that's what he's done in this one. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Tight end going in motion here. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The Caps offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
I think the defense came in confident that they'd be able to get after the quarterback, right, Mike? When we met with them this week, they felt like they had a really good plan, some exotic looks, some different pressure packages, and it's worked to perfection. I'm not sure they thought they'd be 1 sack away from breaking the NFL record for the most sacks in a single game, but here we are.
The Dragons offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They send the tight end in motion. They'll throw out of the gun. There's that man again. Another catch.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll motion a tight end right. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
One of the tight ends motions right. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick throw here is complete. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the 22-yard line.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. He'll drop to throw. He'll tuck it and take off.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Tight end going in motion here. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
This is the point in the game, Mike. We're on 3rd down. You have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the 1st down.
That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Touchdown, Dragons. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. The kick is good. And the Dragons will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Caps offense ready to see what they can do. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down. Now they'll set up to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them. Now he'll air one out, and he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Caps. So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for 1 and make it a 1-possession game. Or some people think about going for 2 here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for 2, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a 2-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores, or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
So things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dragons offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. 1st and 10. The tight end going in motion to the left. The drive will start on the ground, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. Here's 2nd and 9. Do you believe it? It's intercepted. And his guys are going to be set up with a short field as they look to draw closer and perhaps draw even in this one. They'll drop to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. They'll run here. And And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. This is 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down. Here is 1st and goal. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, And
this will be a touchdown. They are within a 2-point conversion of coming back to tie this game.
What a finish there to get the touchdown, but of course the job's not done, and this is where the defense needs to regroup, Mike. It's one thing to give up the touchdown, but now you're still one stop away from being the hero. They got to dial in, get their best defense called, and somehow find a way to keep them out of the end zone.
The offense will line up for a...
He'll look to throw. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
The timeouts are gone, so this becomes a must. They're going to line up for the onside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as quarterbacks down 2 and 8. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down 2 and 8. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.